start over. Okay, I'll turn the splits on this time. See what happens.
I'll do my best.
This game is hard. Code 3 be hard though. I don't know if I'm actually concerned. I don't know if I want to see it. I don't know if I want to see it. I probably want to avoid it at all costs, considering what people are saying. Sorry if I'm making gamer faces. I'm trying to focus, and that's what happens when I focus. Alright. That actually didn't go that badly. It's like I gotta instinctively tell myself to slow down in some places because I'm not ready to go that fast yet, but I'm getting faster still. Okay. No, you cockeye. Of course, this gnawing lurkers goes like horrendous. There we go. Got too close to the ledge there, so I got a ledge grab. Fortunate, but not the end of the world. Finally, he was in a good spot. Sometimes he's just not where I want him to be. There we go. Nice. Alright, I'll try to avoid any bowling ball-ish. What am I doing? Really? I turned in the wrong way. Just eat my eye sack, man. Just eat it. All right. There we go. Oh yeah. We might be able to recover this. We lost some time here, but we're still trying to go fast. Nice, that was kind of yucky.
Precisely.
All right. How did I say? Wait, didn't I? I did better? I made a huge mistake and I did better than my. Huh? My brain doesn't understand. My brain doesn't understand. Oh, and I don't know if any of y'all, any new people who might have came in recently, let me know if y'all got any party advice, because me and Whip are going to be going out to a party. Where are you roll jumping, homie, bro? So that would help a lot. We're noobs at this stuff. We're noobs at all this ish. So if you got your advice, let me know. Let me know, no, baby. There we go. There we go. Gotta do this because I messed up. I don't know how to do that anymore. I gotta remember how to do it again. It's okay. I'm not focused on it right now. I don't need that health, but I grab it just for safety reasons. I know it wastes me time, but it's okay. That was not ideal either. It's a potluck. Is that how you pronounce it? Okay. So it's basically we're bringing crackers and cheese, right? And meat, I guess you could say. And it's just gonna be socializing. I guess we eat, like everyone's bringing like finger foods and we eat and socialize, I guess. Dang, y'all knowledgeable out here. Y'all get prepared. Y'all bringing stuff and everything. But yeah, this one's supposed to be a finger food thing. So I'm assuming everyone's just gonna bring their own finger food meal and we just eat and talk and chill and icicles. Alright, this is going alright. Just be chill, be yourself. Oh god. He's concerned about his gastritis, but I think you'll be fine. He just has to take medicine before he goes and it should be alright. Yeah, we're both chronically ill now, so we can go there and be like, hey, chronically ill crew! I'm just kidding, but I don't know if anyone else there is going to be that, but... I honestly don't even know how many people are going to be there, so it might not be as big as I think it might be. It's probably going to be a lot smaller than I think. First hospital I ever went to, someone put like 4 bits of fried chicken under the sofa, so we all woke up to the living room thinking like, what? Why? Why would someone do that? That's interesting. Not bad, not bad. Y'all actually saw the save icon come on the screen, right? Hopefully it has. We're getting a kind of nice cycle here. There we go. Maybe it was some nasty chicken. You never know, bro. Ya nasty chicken. I just shot twice just in case, just to make sure. I was trying to punch.
Precisely.
All right. We're still goading, so he must be doing better.
Precisely.
All right. Oh my gosh, that's terrible. I mean, Like, he legit has an issue. So if it has to happen, I'm pretty sure no one's gonna be a dick about it. Like, that's the thing. Like, this is gonna be a get-together of neurodivergent and queer people. So, like, I've never had the chance to be around people like that, and I think that they're probably just gonna be more chill, more understanding, you know, things like that. So I think that things like that we don't have to be too concerned about. You know, most people in these communities are really chill. They're understanding, supportive and stuff. I think it'd be good for both of us to have that experience. This gotta not be too weird. It's not that bad when you poop, trust me. It's not that bad. Let's just say I grew up smelling a whole lot of poo, and I know that sounds nasty, but I'm just saying, homie bro. I'm just saying. It could be much worse, homie bro. Yes, we're going to a potluck tomorrow. So I won't be streaming tomorrow. And apparently there's a boxing fight, so I don't know how long the potluck is going to be, but if we do get back in time, they're saying that their fight is going to start at like 8 or something, so it really depends on how long it's going to be. But, and I have a boxing match I'm going to be watching. Ooh, we're so lucky. I just have a lot of social anxiety, so I'm like scared and terrified of any social interaction. I'm afraid it's always going to go horribly wrong for me. But I'm trying to go into this being positive and hopeful and like really, you know, meet new people. And there's going to be a lot of people here who are also going to be polyamorous as well. So like we have things that we can talk about. We have things in common. We can talk. I can literally ask tons of questions about polyamory. Like that is probably going to be my big topic to talk about. Because that's where a lot of my curiosity comes in, because we're new to that. So like, I think I will make it work. I'm glad that I have things that I want to talk about, and like it's nice to know that you have things in common. Because if you're neurodivergent, you can be like, oh, okay, what makes you neurodiverse or diverse? Can't talk. You know, like I feel like those are things that are easier to talk about, or maybe not. Maybe I shouldn't talk about that. I don't know. Huh? I mean, I don't know if there's anything wrong with talking about chronic illnesses. There might be. I mean, they made that app. It's like a picnic with strangers. For us, it's gonna be strangers, but for her, it's all the person who invited us. It's all her friends. So for us, we're gonna be meeting new people, but it's gonna be new people kind of like us. Similar to us. And for Whip, it's gonna be him kind of being around people like that for the first time. And for me, I'm pretty sure I've probably been around that before or more exposed to that before, but I just never knew. I was never aware of my own identity and all that stuff. So this would be my first time going into it being fully aware of all that stuff about myself. So it'll be interesting for both of us, I think. But yeah, we're trying to make it a good time to make new friends and stuff. Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing that's making me kind of like, that's the thing that's making me kind of hopeful, because I feel like I'm gonna be more comfortable just knowing the type of people that are gonna be there. And this is not to say that I hate neurotypicals or anything like that. I'm just more nervous because at least they're gonna understand if my weirdness does show, they might understand it better, you know? Because, like, I'm down to be friends with anybody. I'm not trying to say that I'm picky or anything like that. Or it's like, oh, you gotta fit this label or something. Like, no. Like, as long as you're not a dick or you don't harm anybody, I'm respectful. But, it's just that for me, I feel safer knowing that it's gonna be around people that are kind of like me. Be careful. I trust this person wholeheartedly, so I'm not concerned about my safety at all. I mean, I'm always a very safe person, so let me just say that. But I will say that, yeah, you don't have to mask as hard, and that's chill. And I don't know, the person who invited us, or wait, the person that invited us, I think they prefer they pronouns. So I need to get used to that too. Because, like, even though I accept that, actually making sure I say it in speech is, like, not something I've had to do. So I need to make sure I am good at that as well. But that's a preference they have, not like a must-have. Yeah, whips is gray area because, well, some people count depression and anxiety disorders and things like that as neurodivergent, as you being neurodivergent, and some people don't. Yeah, that's the thing. A lot of languages are actually very gender-based, so I wonder how things like that work in those countries. I don't know about your country, though, but yeah. I don't have any issues respecting people's pronouns, but my speech sucks sometimes, so making sure I say the right things is something that I really want to get good at, too. So this will expose me to that, so I can get better at that. Because even though I understand it and I accept it, being in front of somebody and making sure you respect it is a completely different thing. Oh, frick. It's a completely different thing, you know what I mean? But yeah, like, some people don't count depression and anxiety as neurodiverse, or being neurodivergent. I do, though, because I feel like Whip has been so understanding and accepting of me because he understands these things, you know? Like, there's a lot of people I talk to who, like, they're like, oh, I've never had depression, I never get anxious. Like, I can't talk to those people and feel and relate to them very much because we lived in completely two different worlds. Like, I couldn't imagine life without depression and anxiety in it. Like, that doesn't even make sense to my brain. So, like, someone coming up to me and being like, yeah, I've never felt depression, I've never been anxious, really, I just live life, it's all chill and stuff. Yeah, like, we might be able to get along and have things in common and stuff, but, like, there's gonna be a big disconnect there, you know? Like, our life experiences will be had to have been drastically different. So because Whip has been through and, you know, struggled with his mental health and things like that, you know, he was able to be more understanding of how trauma has affected me. I feel like that's the thing. Like, not everyone's as understanding of how trauma can affect a person. So if you're someone who's never experienced depression, anxiety, or any struggles with their mental health by any means, it'll be kind of hard for you to understand someone who does. I'm not saying it's impossible, but it's not gonna be as easy, you know what I mean? Because, like, you just don't see the world the same. You just didn't have the same experiences, so, like, that's just how it be sometimes, you know? Did I actually do it right this time? Yes, I did. Yes! Yes, we can actually continue. Nice! We're actually gonna be able to finish this one, hopefully. I don't know if Citadel's gonna go well. Yeah, I'm just happy to be able to be given the opportunity to do it in person for the first time. Because I've always been, like, the type of person where I try to educate myself as much as I can online and stuff like that. But like it's way different in person. So I'm just like just happy for the opportunity and really want to make sure I'm respectful and, you know, do everything I should be doing and understanding and more comfortable so I can actually benefit from it. So hopefully it goes well, but I appreciate all the advice. It's helpful.
What? The Silver? Hey, what about us? Don't you think we could look for a safer route to Gull Citadel?
Once again, let me clarify. I'm not gonna just be like, oh, you didn't have depression and anxiety, get away from me. Like, obviously I'm not gonna be like that, but I'm just saying, I feel like people who struggle with those things are able, like, it can have an impact on your brain. Like, it really can. Like, I feel like trauma has impacted the way my brain works. Like, I will never be the same person I was before trauma, you know? I feel like that's true. So, like, dealing with depression and a lot of anxiety, like, that stuff can change you. And that's why a lot of the times medications can help you. So, like, I feel like that still counts as being neurodiverse, but that, or neurodivergent, but that's just my opinion. There's people who are like, nah, that doesn't count, but, you know, I don't agree. That's just me. I don't really think there's a point to making such a, being, like, gatekeeping it so heavily. If that makes sense. Because it's like, you know, I mean, I get why people gatekeep it, I do, but I just don't want to be one of the people who's going too far with it, because I just want us to, at the end of the day, everybody is a part of neurodiversity. Like neurotypicals are still a part of it. They're just the more common neurotype, technically. So, like, there's no reason to be so picky about it. Alright, I actually think I'm gonna be able to stay pretty straight. That was kind of straight. The way I've always thought of it as neurodivergent really means different brain. And things like depression and anxiety and PTSD literally, yeah, that's basically the argument I was trying to make, but you just said it way better. Like, it literally changes the way your brain functions. So it's like, to me, that counts. That's why you get on the medications you get on to help you with those changes. So, like, clearly there's something there. There's something going on. And like I said, like, there literally are people out there who just don't experience depression and anxiety like that. And, like, in my opinion, that is like your brain just hasn't been through the same things. There's a huge difference there. All right, let's see how Citadel goes. Hopefully Citadel doesn't suck my eye. I don't really practice Citadel that much. When I actually start getting on, like, better paces, I'm gonna start practicing Citadel, like, way more. Oh, no! Okay, y'all, just pretend that didn't happen. Just pretend that didn't happen. Don't worry about it, y'all. Don't worry about it. It didn't happen. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. That was an amazing start to the Citadel. Incredible stuff, really. Oh! Wait, I might be able to do something here? No! I might not be able to do something here. Why? Oh my god, I messed up. I messed up, y'all. I messed up big time. Okay, so basically what happened was I tried to press start at the right time, but I didn't actually see the cell, and apparently I rely on seeing the cell more than I realized, so, like, I fricked up the timing. Or it just didn't take my start input. Did it show me hitting start? Like, I might have actually just not pressed start hard enough. Excuse me. I don't know how much time this loses, but we'll see what happens. I'll just finish it out, frick it. Then we'll just go to Kana. Frick me. Apparently, I don't know how to play. Ah, wrong button. Apparently, I don't know how to play the video game, so. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Ugh. Imagine submitting this. Oh my god, I messed this part up too. Frick! Frick my cock. Yeah, about this PBing, it might not. It might not, but it's okay. You know, it's okay. Apparently, I definitely need to practice my Citadel more than I realized. Good to know, good to know. I just didn't see the point of really focusing on Citadel that much because it's like, you don't really get here that often unless you get the rest of the stuff really well. But when I start actually seeing myself being able to get farther, I'm definitely going to be practicing that more. Yeah, see, that's what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to hit start as the cell is falling. I just made a mistake and didn't do that. And either I didn't press it hard enough or I just straight up didn't do it. I don't know. Yeah, I'm excited to finish that game. I really loved it. I definitely plan to hit up Vortex and consider speedrunning it. Really? Alright. Yeah, the area that I just walked into last time, that looked like a whole boss area. So, goodbye, Luminar. Yeah, so like there has to be a boss there at least. Alright, we'll see if there's still PBs though. I don't know. It might because this is the new Citadel, right? Okay, you really had to do me like that. Alright, game. I didn't actually do that jump, by the way. It can just happen. It just sucks when it does. All right, folks. Let's see what happens. Oh no, I thought I'd make it. Oh frick, I should have done an uppercut. Okay, alright. Alright. I actually forgot how to do this. It's like that. Okay, so yeah, about practicing Citadel. Definitely looks like that's necessary. Honestly, it's just because I haven't been playing the game that much. So, like, I didn't realize how bad, like, not touching Citadel for so long would be. I've been hyper-focusing, like, Hub 1. So, Hub 3 and Citadel, they need work. They clearly need work. Here we go. This is actually good. That gets me right there. Now, if I can get up there in a minute and 30, I can still PB this? I don't know. Alright, this is kind of not a bad cycle here. Yeah, this is not a bad cycle. We might be able to do something with this. I don't know. We might be able to salvage this. I just gotta go into the Citadel thing. Yo? This would be really easy to PB off of.
Okay.
We lost over a minute in Citadel. Oh, man. Uh-oh. It's been a while since I did Final Boss, so this can go yike too. Let's see what happens.
Ego won't protect me now.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, that clip is so funny. That's still the best clip on Twitch.
Finish them both off once and for all.
Finish them both off once and for all! I was just copying Maya. Maya's being a hoe, so I'm just copying her. Take me! Tidium!
Finish them both off once and for all.
Yo, what's up? Danny, Danielle, Miss Danielle now. Nice, nice. I like that. Hopefully you're doing well. Hello, hello. How are you today? Hopefully you're doing fantastic. Yeah, that was so funny. Oh gosh. My bad for that.
Let's not be allowed to get it.
White Eagle! That could be the stuff to change me back!
Hope that you're doing swell.
Stop that robot.
I'm probably gonna finish this run and go into Kana, so if that interests you, feel free to stick around. But if you're busy, that's totally cool. Appreciate you stopping in. It's always good to see you
Okay, fine.
or hear from
We'll
you.
save the world, but do it quickly before I change my mind.
Yeah, this should PB. So. Woohoo! We did it! I sucked and lost a minute, but we're just gonna pretend that didn't happen. This is so bad. Okay, put a marker on this. Put a marker on this because Yo, what's up, Eddie? Thank you for the GG. I'm gonna submit this, even though it's terrible. Alright. Yo, thanks, Danny. Thanks. Hold on. I need to fix something here because